Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get on the way with the Triumvirate Challenge. Welcome one and all to the very first fantastic event the server has ever held. Oh, it's a beautiful Pokemon you have there. Give me 5 minutes. No, Sigma, I told you the start time. Alright, so how the Triumvirate Challenge works for any of those that don't fully understand, which I believe is most people, anybody who has participated in the challenge has traded me 3 Pokemon that they believe are the 3 perfect team, right? The 3 amigos that fit together, they mesh, they cover each other's weaknesses, they help boost each other's strengths. And we're gonna judge here today the ultimate Triumvirate team, where the winner will receive a statue of each of their Pokemon and some sort of monument to themselves inside our future city of Championship City. I'm your host, Spontaneous. Welcome. I see the audience has filled in quite nicely. A little bit of Pokeballs flopping around. All right. So, the Pokemon that we're going to be taking a look at first today are Bacon Bits, Legendary Killer, and Latios. I believe, Desk, this was your Pokemon submission. Is that correct?
Indeed.
Well, let's take a sneak peek at these guys, right? So, starting off, we've got Bacon Bits. We've got a fire-fighting Pokemon. Let me bring him out here. Let me bring out Legendary Killer, who is a Dark Rock, I believe.
I think Dark Ground.
Or Dark Gray. Yeah, that's not really a rock type, is there? It's a ground, isn't it? I've played Pokemon before. Don't worry. And then we have Latios, which I believe is Dragon Psychic.
And he has a Mega Stone for him.
Yeah, so this is our...
so tiny, what the fuck?
Yes, this is our first team. Do you have a team name?
Legendary Killer team.
The Legendary Killer team, okay.
Because I killed like 3 legendaries, so...
So, coming in and looking at this team, we've got firefighting, right? We've also got rock and dark, or ground and dark, and we've got dragon and psychic. So already with these 3 Pokemon, we've got a fair amount of coverage for different abilities. If any one of them was to be hit with their own weaknesses, you'd easily be able to switch to one of the others, so that works out nicely. So for your Pokemon types, you're doing pretty good, right? You're doing pretty good. For your abilities, you've got Levitate, gives full immunity to ground-type moves, which is helpful. You've got the Pokemon summons a Sandstorm in battle, which is pretty good. However, the Sandstorm could potentially affect the others, so that might be a little bit dangerous. But then you've also got powers up Fire-type moves when the Pokemon is in trouble for Bacon Bits, which I love the name Bacon Bits, by the way. For your moves, you've got a very large variety of stuff. You got Psychic. You've got, oh, that's not the right Pokemon. Psychic, you've got Dragon, it covers all of the different powers that they have, so that's doing pretty good as well. For the stats, for the, where is it? What am I looking for? For the natures, we've got Hasty, we've got Modest, and we've got Serious, which are 3 natures that really kind of complement each other. I think they kind of cover a bunch of different opportunities for the Pokemon here. And, I think you've got yourself a pretty solid team here. Are there any points that you would like to bring up to argue as to why your team makes the perfect trio?
Well, the first thing is my Legendary Killer and my Bacon Bits both are Dynamax level max.
How does that help with them being the perfect trio, though? That just makes them more powerful. But how do they coalesce together as a team? Any other last things you'd like to add about your Triumvirate team?
They're all high level.
Yes, thank you for all of the thank you for the last final mark that is totally relevant to the point of this challenge. All right, we're gonna slap these Pokemon back in their Pokeballs. Coming up next, we have Hone Edge, which is I believe Steel Ghost type.
Yes.
We have Corviknight, which is a Steel Flying type. And we have Empoleon, which is a water steel type. So, 3 different types of Pokemon. They've each got different some of their types are when it comes to the Triumvirate Challenge, however, all 3 of them are steel, which means that they all have some of the same weaknesses, which does make things a little bit more difficult for them. Looking at the summary here, we have for our different moves, we've got a bit of a variety. For the most, we don't have tons of variety with the move types, so that could be a little bit of a difficulty for you from depending on the battle that you go into. A lot of it's got the steel. I understand you're a steel gym leader, but for the Triumvirate Challenge, that might pose some difficulty for you. However, you still will have the opportunity to try and to persuade us in a few minutes, in a minute or so here. But we've also got, with their origin, or their natures, we've got docile, we've got sassy, we've got mild. Again, all 3 very different ones that I think they all kind of complement each other in different ways, which I think is pretty interesting and well done. So we've taken a look at the brief stats of the Pokemon, the moves, their types, their natures. Sigma, what do you have to say, or what's your team name?
My team name is Arsenal, and that is because my 3 Pokemon's team is... We have medieval weapons, being a sword and a trident. And then we have a suit of armor, which is Corvic Knight. And then, as for... They are all steel type, which steel type is the most defensive type. It resists almost every type, and it is weak to a few, which is 3. It's weak to ground, fire, and fighting. Now, flying is both immune to ground, and it is resistant to fighting. Then we have Honedge, which is immune to fighting, and then we have Empoleon, which is water type, and that is resistant to fire and even strong when attacking to fire. So that way, this team basically has no weaknesses.
All right, Sigma. You put a fair amount more thought into us than I thought. Then I'm a lot more impressed than originally when reviewing the team. So thank you for the valuable information. Is there any other last bits you would like to add before we move on?
No, I don't. That's all I got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in next, we have ourselves Vanos. Which is a Decidueye. Is that its name? That is so cool. Which is a grass ghost type. We have Squidward, which is a Tentacool. This is a water, I believe that's poison type. And then we have Pikachu, which is an electric type. So looking at the 3 here, we've got a fairly, an interesting choice of types here, which I think all kind of complement each other fairly decently. Moving into their moves, we've got a lot of different moves for each one, kind of covering their own specific types. Oh, that's not the right Pokemon. I don't believe there's anything left where one of them wouldn't be able to cover the other. Anything can be switched back and forth between them. For the stats, we've got a quirky nature, we've got a gentle nature, and we've got a bold nature, which again are 3 very different and unique ones that I think kind of complement each other very well. I think you've got a fairly all-round out team here as well. I'm actually kind of impressed with everybody's teams now for this. Epsy, is there any special notes or anything you'd like to add about your team? Oh, also, what's your team name? Well, Epsy's head wasn't moving, so I'm assuming Epsy's typing. My team name is King Fantastic Cow. King Epsy. It's beautiful. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about your team before we move on? Nothing, just much. You're good. All right. Well, Chris, I know you haven't turned any Pokemon in for this. So Chris, would you like to come with me and we will discuss the teams here and then return to the others and let them know?
This is what happens, guys, when you leave and you don't do anything for a week.
Contestants, we shall return momentarily. please enjoy a fine selection of dirt to chew on while you wait, and we will be back.
You steal my Pokemon, I'll kill you.
All right, Chris, we got the Pokemon. Let's go. No, just kidding.
All right, let's spy on them. Let's spy on them, guys. Where are they?
I mean, like, I know that you probably. I can see Sigma.
I don't hear you guys. Don't worry.
Here, give me 1 second. I got a plan for this.
Oh no, he's gonna do something. Ah! Oh no!
Where?
Why? I was standing like a little. I was standing still like a loyal dog.
Don't worry, I'll bring you all back when we've made our decision.
I was. I'm gonna fly back. I'm gonna fly back.
No, I don't have a flying type. Wait for another move. Wait till.
Bye! Bye!
Here, come back with me. Let's go hang out back in a comfortable location again. So,
I tapped in the stream, and I just saw you were all in a volcano. What the fuck?
yeah, I found that a while ago. It's, occasionally I send people there because I think it's funny.
That's brilliant.
So,
Oh, that's amazing.
I honestly think I'm leaning more towards Sigma coming into first place. I'm kind of feeling at this point that Epsy's kind of falling into the second place. Although we do have, see, honestly, I feel that originally I would have gone Sigma first place, and then Desk would have come into second. But because of his explanation, every time I tried to talk to him about it, he just kept talking about strength and power, which doesn't really go with the idea of the competition.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and it's not because Epsy had a weak team. They were, all three of them ended up being really good for this.
I just like the fucking reference he made for the quickly just to look up, there is a YouTuber called Vanos who his mascot is an owl, and basically I'm assuming he saw the owl and was like, right, time to call it Vanos.
Oh, that makes sense.
I understand Epsy's. Yeah, I understand Epsy's reference.
That's pretty funny now. But I think we've come to our conclusion.
Despite the fact, obviously, you know, how did he get here? How did he?
Hello, guys. Oh no!
All right.
Ben, no! Dang it! Ben, no!
You left us here.
All right, guys. Bye. Bye.
And I feel,
You know.
and it's not that Epsy deserved to be in last. It's just that everybody's teams were really good, and I feel that because of the description the Desk gave, that dropped Desk down a bit. So.
Like, if
Oh,
he
I didn't.
hadn't, like,
I originally wasn't gonna give anyone an award. What should we give to the first place? Because I was gonna do. I think the statues and the stuff like that in Championship City. I think that's a great reward, right? Because they're gonna be forever there as the Triumvirate champions. But I should give something, right? Maybe I should just give them a letter that says, "Congrats, you won."
Oh, I like how you were thinking of like something dumb, and I'm like, Master Ball, let's go.
All right, okay. Let me get a letter right now, because Sigma teleported over here. I'll teleport him last.
Don't teleport me, please.
Oh, he already made it back. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. If everyone can head to their seats, we have decided on the champion. So, it was a hard thing to decide, right? We had 3 absolutely stellar teams. It was, honest to God, you guys all impressed me way more than I thought you were going to. You all had fantastic groups. However, Desk, due to your explanations and how you focused a little bit more in on the power, we unfortunately have had to drop you down a few. Oh wait, that's no, Chris. We had to drop you down a few points, and unfortunately, Desk, you ended up coming in 3rd place. So which brought us up
Clap, clap, clap.
to the 1st and 2nd place. Now, this was a really hard decision because you both had really awesome teams. However, Sigma, honest to God, at the very beginning, I thought your team was the worst out of all of them. I was like, what was Sigma thinking? He didn't put any thought or process into this. But then your explanation turned my opinion right around. I'm like, wow, Sigma actually did put a lot of thought into this. He put a lot of care into it. Not that the others didn't put care into theirs, but Sigma, I think you put in that little bit extra touch, and it touched my heart. And unfortunately, Epsy, we had to give you 2nd place. And the very first champion of the Triumvirate Challenge goes to Sigma SP. Sigma, if you could step over this way, please. I would like to give you this certificate of authenticity.
Woo!
And,
Yeah! I won!
So when Championship City when the construction begins, I will show you the location in which your statues will be erected of your Pokemon and the plaque in your honor for winning the very first Triumvirate Challenge.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay!
And that concludes it. So thank you one and all for the contestants. It's important to know that there may be one winner. I was trying to come up with a cool way to say it, but there were no losers, but, well, my bad.